All right, man. I just read multiple articles, one from the Free Press, one from Bleacher Report. I'll link them in the description about the breakup, the messy breakup between Darius Slay and Matt Patricia. So let's get into it. You know, Motor City Sports Talk version of this channel until I get both the channels back. I do appreciate everybody for checking in. I'm going to pump the Motor City Sports Talk content over here until, further notice, man. But, yeah, man, this split was hella messy. It was messier than I thought. Everything that's been said about Matt Patricia from other former players and, the media members and stuff of that nature is definitely on code and supersedes what his reputation said he is. And I'm going to say this, man. This video ain't for the weak. It ain't for the fanboys. It ain't for the stay up, Kane, positive brother fans at all. This is a serious video. So if you got issues with racial tension, you don't like talking about race, and, you got issues with that, well, right now, leave the door. That's my, disclaimer right then and there. So, as we know, Darius Slay got traded for a third and a fifth. We talked about that earlier. So we won't harp or dwell on that. He signed a 3-year deal, $50 million with the Eagles. Not sure how it break down, but he did an interview with somebody, Justin Rogers. I think he did an interview with 97 won a ticket, one with Dave Burkett in the Free Press, I think. And I'll link these articles in the description. Now, I just go in the order that I read them in. The Bleacher Report, I read the article, and he said basically that, him and Patricia didn't get along, all right? He said that Patricia said that he wasn't elite like Talib or like Richard Sherman, which in my opinion, I believe Darius Slay was better than Richard Sherman, especially in this system where Richard Sherman can't man up no more. Never really been a great man corner. He's been his own corner, which that just, once again, like Patricia said in the Senior Bowl, nobody rushes with speed, they rush with power. People trying to say, well, I know what he meant and I get what no, he's an idiot. Okay? In his system, where you play man-to-man coverage 99.9% of the time, Richard Sherman can't cover nobody and follow nobody like Darius Slay. He's better in the cover 3 zone type of situation, unless you put him on like a tight end. Talib, excellent corner, but at this point in his career, and this is 2 years ago, even 2 years ago, Darius Slay was better than Talib. Now, Talib at his best, I don't think Darius Slay has reached those heights yet. But then again, he played in Detroit. That's damn near impossible. But he told him that you ain't Talib and you ain't Richard Sherman. You don't deserve to work out with those difference makers. Now, at the end of the day, the clear people is getting a little bit too comfortable with the way they talking to the brothers, okay? And like I said, the disclaimer is already on the video. I said it before. You're not going to talk to me like that. Like when Bill O'Brien, compared DeAndre Hopkins' meeting to Aaron Hernandez and talked about his baby mamas and all that. Look here, man. It's a professional line you can cross, and it's a personal line. When you cross both of them, I'm just going to bust you in the head. And I'm going to get on Darius Slay as well, too. So he told him, like, you ain't that good. You ain't as good as them. You don't deserve to work out with them. Okay? Sweep it under the rug, right? That was that portion of it. Then you go on to the Free Press article, and Matt Patricia tells him that he posted a picture on social media of another receiver, and he told him to stop sucking his dick, the receiver's dick, in front of the whole team. Now, before I get more into that, there's a report that Matt Patricia rips each player in front of the team, including Matthew Stafford. He's not above the law. So he rips each player in front of the team, and he does it routinely. Now, this is where Darius Slay had an issue. He said that the running backs came over, just said he's just trying to set the tone for the team and calm down, this, that, and the third. As a man, when you tell me I'm sucking another man's dick, all bets is off. My foot is going to be in your ass. Okay? Darius Slay said I was fighting back tears. I was mad and this, that, and the third. Man, between him and DeAndre Hopkins, they some good ones. Because when you tell me in front of, you tell me in private, but you tell me in front of 60, 70 people in the room that because I posted another receiver, and at the end of the day, you know what? I'm with Matt Patricia. I don't like all the love affair, the AAU unification in NBA, NFL, how there ain't no more rivalries, everybody cool and sharing, receiver pictures and sharing jerseys. I get it. But you're not going to tell me in front of all these people Stop sucking his dick. You're not going to tell me if it's me and you in the room, and I'm not going to fuck you up. I will beat your motherfucking ass. I don't care about this NFL shit. And this is just deeper meaning when I say the NFL is just not for brothers. You know, everybody making more money than you. The owners, some of the general managers. And for him to feel comfortable enough to emasculate you in front of a bunch of men like that, in the training staff, and feel comfortable enough to do that, and you let that slide, I ain't letting it slide if it's just me, him, and the Lord in the room together. I'm going to choke his ass out. We going to fight. We going to fight. We going to be on some Latrell Sprewell and some PJ Carlissimo type stuff. In front of that room, I act like I'm walking away, and I cold cock Matt Patricia. See, this is why people don't want to come to Detroit. Because players talk. As soon as Darius Slay got let go, he letting it go. He letting it rip. Okay? And in the first article, he said that he only was with Jim Schwartz a year, and he took a shot at Patricia. He said in that 1 year, Jim Schwartz was a real genius. I'm paraphrasing. He said he was a real mastermind. He was real smart. Better wordplay, say he was a real rocket science when it come to football. That's what he should have said. And it seemed like he was happy to rejoin Jim Schwartz and get away from Matt Patricia. Now, like I said before, when Stafford asked to get traded, I remember that report that came out when Matt Patricia said he would rip Stafford in front of the team. So Darius Slay ain't the only one. Now Stafford walk away. Maybe he leaks something. Maybe he don't leak nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he say something. Maybe he don't. Maybe he just say, hey, maybe down the line I'll say something. But when you put a toxic organization with a toxic head coach, this is what you get. DeAndre Hopkins and Darius Slay, I commend them for their discipline. I commend them for keeping they cool. But me personally, Bill O'Brien will be looking for a plastic surgeon. Matt Patricia still be trying to pry my foot from his backside. Still to this day. And this shit was 2 years ago when he first got here. So when you trying to get a fill out period for the team, the first thing you do is rip your stars. The first thing, oh, you ain't this good. You ain't that good. I don't care how you trying to motivate people. You don't even know me as a man. Now, he went on to say the second season went smoother, but the damage was already done. And his first impression had already made, derogatory marks on his ghetto report card. Okay? So, like I said before, this is I'll get to the Lion fan part first. I'm gonna say that for the second half of the video. Now the Lions leak out information. They said, well, Darius Slay was lazy in meetings. He didn't pay attention in meetings and this, that, and the third. And he wasn't engaged. He was a cancer. He would come in and tell other players, F Matt Patricia, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Anytime you got a black man got power over an organization, a workforce, or whatever, they don't like that. Same thing with Quadre D. Said the same thing. He had too much influence over the locker room. He was telling players, fuck Matt Patricia. I would too. Said the same thing about Quadre. I would too. I would too. He was like, yeah, I'll be lazy too. You don't want to pay me, but you play snacks. You don't want to pay me, but you ain't had no problem playing Stafford. You don't want to pay me, but you ain't had no problems playing Quadre. You don't want to pay me, but you pay Justin Coleman every time I'm looking up a touchdown getting scored on his head. So I'm not supposed to feel no type of way. And then you got these fans right here, and most of them clear, right? Clear fans. Oh, Stafford, they should have made Darius Slay abide by his contract. They should have made him abide by his contract. You get the fuck up out of here, because they can cut you just like Todd Gurley, and then what? Then what? Darius Slay doing what's best for him. F y'all fans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna pay regardless if I come or not. Y'all stupid enough that after 0-16, after how they did Barry, how they did Calvin, how they did Ndamukong Suh, how they did Eric Kramer, y'all still come down there and make the fours rich. That's why the team ain't won nothing. That's how I'm looking at it from Darius Slay. But the team trying to leak out, since Darius Slay, they knew Darius Slay was going to say something, or he made a statement, or he was lazy, he was a cancer. Well, guess what? I'm in a better place now. I'm with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm in a better place. I'm in Philly. Dilly, dilly, Philly, Philly. They happy to have me. I'm happy to be here. He said he wanted to stay with the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? He said he didn't mind staying here. And people saying, well, stay. Darius Slay, he wanted to be out of Detroit. No, he didn't. He wanted to get paid like Byron Jones got paid. He wanted to get paid. He wanted his money. He better than Byron Jones. Byron Jones is versatile because he can play safety too, more versatile. But he wanted his money. But you see how Lions fans so stupid? Remember they turned on Barry, they turned on Calvin, they turned on Ndamukong. Back in the day, they got rid of Eric Kramer for Scott Mitchell, which was a dumb move. And they still back this organization that built the warehouse where they play at. The Ford Field is a warehouse. It's terrible. They still back those people that make the cheapest cars in the world, Ford. They still backing Matt Patricia. Oh, it's Lions versus everybody. No, it ain't. Dude's an idiot. Matt Patricia is a grade A cancer. Now, the funny thing about it, before I continue to light into these stupid Lion fans, not the ones that get it, but he says that Darius Slay made a great remark when talking about, after he said, stop sucking that receiver's dick for for posting his picture on social media. He said, I didn't tell him to stop sucking Bill Belichick's dick for all the perpetrating and all the copycatting he doing to Bill Belichick. And that's exactly what he should have said. Like, stop sucking Bill Belichick dick, bitch. That's what he should have said. That's exactly what he should have said, man. Stop holding y'all tongue. Y'all black NFL players, stop holding y'all tongue. At the end of the day, you get your guaranteed money and you move on from it. Stack your paper. But for any Lions fan that's taking up for Matt Patricia, and before I get to this point, I'm sorry, I keep cutting myself off. Bob, he said he cool with Bob Quinn. He said he had no issues with Bob Quinn. It's just Matt Patricia, so I got to say that as well, too. But any Lions fans that's sitting here saying, I'm good, he gone, and we got Desmond Trufant. Have you motherfuckers looked up Desmond Trufant numbers? He gave up 15.5 yards a catch. Look how many personal foul calls he got, and pass interference and holding calls he got. He garbage. He garbage. It's a downgrade because they was being cheap. So do Matt Patricia think Desmond Trufant better than Darius Slay? And if he do, he ain't got no football IQ. Any Lions fan that's backing Patricia at this point, man, after all this coming out, from Darius Slay to King Vallis to everybody else that has said this about this man, Richard Sherman has said something about him. Anybody that continue to support Matt Patricia, support this organization, and support Bob Quinn, you was absolutely clowns. For you to have the balls to say, imagine he said that to some, he had to say something worse to feel comfortable enough to say, stop sucking that receiver's dick. Like, dude, Darius, like, I would have cold cocked him, bro. Ain't no tears coming, teary up, and forget all that. And you always getting these racist coaches coming from New England. You always getting these coaches that's racist. Bill O'Brien, a stone cold racist in my opinion. Matt Patricia, no doubt in my mind, stone cold. Now, anybody from that New England area that's clear, man, they racist, bro. I'm just keeping it 100. They racist. That's why New England coaches don't succeed nowhere else, man. Bill Belichick just got a great system in play. He know how to play the role, but he probably a stone cold racist too. You know what I'm saying? Matt Patricia gotta go. And this is when, since you don't want to get physical, Darius Slay, this is what your union is for. But guess what? The union is soft. Even in the plant, if the supervisor says, stop sucking that operator's dick over there. Stop sucking that team's leader's dick over there. The union would have, UAW would have that dude tossed out. Teamsters would have that dude tossed out for a day or two. Or an investigation to get lost against that employee or management. Because you don't snitch on the union, brother. That management. And the NFL Players Union wouldn't have done nothing for, Players Association wouldn't have done nothing for Darius Slay. But any Lion fan that'll sit here and defend Matt Patricia, that'll sit here and say, Matt Patricia is, Darius Slay is wrong. He should abide by his contract. What about Todd Gurley? He just got cut after the first 2 years of his contract. Really? Are you serious? Oh, Darius Slay, like I said before, these are people that don't understand the NFL. Patricia gotta go. They wouldn't win nothing before Patricia, but they definitely ain't winning nothing with Patricia. Just some of the shit that he's saying is just out of bounds, bro. The way he run his team is out of bounds. Why would you want to play here? Now you get more and more inside information on why NFL players and free agents don't want to get here. Why they settle for true font. You know, why they had to get every Patriot player reject to come here. Calvin Noy probably said, I ain't coming back. For sure. I would love to know the free agent list that turned Matt Patricia down and turned the Lions down. Just keep in mind, they said the same thing about Quadre Diggs. They probably the same thing about Glover Quinn. They saying this about Darius Slay, Snack Harrison. All the talent he stripped off the defense. And all the guys he brought in, it's question marks. Tavai, we don't know. Jamie Collins, we got to wait and see. Okay? Deshaun Hand, he been injury prone. Danny Shelton, he ain't been shit since coming out of Washington. Trey Flowers, average. Okay? I mean, come on. Will Harris ain't showed me nothing. Tracy Walker, he pretty good. I give him that. But he ain't superstar good. Desmond Trufant, garbage. Justin Coleman, garbage. It's not completely his fault. Coleman is garbage because he don't have no pressure. You know, the line ain't getting no pressure. The front seven ain't pressuring. So if you're going to turn your back on Darius Slay, man, the same people that's turned their back on Darius Slay, turned their back on Barry back in the 99, 2000, whatever it was. Same people that's getting mad at Calvin Johnson and got mad at Ndamukong Suh, because Ndamukong Suh and Darius Slay situation was very similar. You know, even though it was a different regime in the end, I believe. It's very similar. You know what I'm saying? It's similar because they didn't want to pay Ndamukong Suh the money. They didn't want to pay Darius Slay the money. Just being cheap. But with this organization, only person they want to play was Matthew Stafford. And that's not because Matthew Stafford white. That's because Matthew Stafford is cool with Martha. Martha paying whatever you want. They love him like a son. But at this point, man, ain't no hope. Don't ask me what the Lions record going to be this year. They got no talent on that defense, man. The little bit of talent they did have last year is gone. And if you sit here and you back Matt Patricia over Darius Slay, you's an idiot. You the same idiot that go down there and buy season tickets no matter how bad the team look on paper, no matter how bad it's been the past 20, 30 years or since the Forest had them. You know, you the problem. You the one that go down there to tailgate. You the one that go down there and pay for parking at the CompuWare. You the one that go down there and go to Slows and go to the warehouse and get your food, and you like to improve Wi-Fi. Man, if y'all care about this team any this season, man, treat fucking Ford Field like the coronavirus. Stay away. Because Matt Patricia done crossed too many lines, man. If 1,000 different people or hundreds of different people giving you the same story about a guy, he's an idiot. The media warned us about them when they pulled up his history about the rape situation. They warned us. Oh, Patricia is always late or purposely late to prove this. Oh, he making the players practice outside. He running like a dictatorship. Oh, he don't have no respect for nobody. Oh, he's an arrogant asshole. Come on, everybody saying the same thing. Don't nobody want to play in Detroit with Matt Patricia here. Bob Quinn know he messed up too, and his fate is tied in with Patricia. You know, but hey, it is what it is, man. I'll link both of those articles in the description. Darius Slay, you let this pilgrim, this colonizer, pull your whole card. You should have bust him in his mouth. DeAndre Hopkins, you let that pill. I don't care what it, man. As a man, you're not going to talk about my wife, my family, my kids, compare me no serial killer, or you're not going to tell me to stop sucking another nigga's dick. It's just not going to happen. Darius Slay, man, you got your whole card pulled. You should have bust Matt Patricia in his mouth. I don't care what the consequences or repercussions was, man. But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Share the videos, social media links in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. I'm disgusted with this pilgrim, man. very, very disgusted in Matt Patricia. But hey, it is what it is. One time.